Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for watching my video today. My name is Maria Fernanda Sierra, and today I'm going to be presenting my practice experience and how I can apply new technologies to my classes. And this is an analysis made for the course Technology in Foreign Language Teaching. Once again, my name is Maria Fernanda Sierra. Thank you. So let's start by presenting my experience at ESUFA. This is the Escuela de Suboficiales de la Fuerza Aérea Colombiana. And this experience gave me a lot of information about the challenges and opportunities of remote teaching. I was able to give all my classes in a virtual environment with my students. They are adults and they are officers from the Air Force, Colombian Air Force. So it was a highly enriching experience, great experience. I would highly recommend it. But it was also difficult at some points, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. So today I want to present my difficulties or the difficulties I encountered in this scenario and in this practice experience. The first one is I found myself using only traditional methods that applied paper-based activities. I was trying to get my students to write more and practice their writing, but it was difficult because in this virtual environment, I couldn't get to more applications or websites where I could teach them how to write in English. I didn't know how to do it. So I found myself only using paper-based activities, and I felt this was being boring for my students. So I wanted to integrate innovative writing activities. Also, my students face internet connectivity issues, or I faced these issues because we were meeting through the Teams, Microsoft Teams application. So something happened at sometimes in the class, and it was difficult to handle videos and audios and the things I wanted to show them. So this was another high difficulty I had during my classes, and I wanted to know what to do. And the last difficulty I had was that I felt I was relying too much on WordWall and EducaPlay, which are basically my favorite apps and my favorite websites to find games and activities. They are pretty fun, pretty didactic, pretty interesting for my students, but I felt like I was relying on them too much. And then I felt like my classes were too monotonous, and they were getting boring for me and for my students. So due to this, I had to move beyond my traditional methods, and I had to do an analysis and study the modern and technological world to know what to do. So in this analysis that I completed, I found Google Documents and OneNote to practice my students writing. And these are apps that we can use live during classes, and they can write on these apps with me at the same time, I mean, live. So these are two apps I'm going to be using in my future classes, definitely. I also found Padlet, Writing.com, and Flippity, which are apps that help us interacting with the students while they write and while they practice their writing. They are dynamic, they are didactic, they are technological, they are modern, so perfect to practice writing in classes. Also, I found some other activities and websites to practice listening and writing and speaking while being offline. So no need of internet while we are using them. And some of them were Gymkit, Blockit, and downloaded apps. So offline apps are great for when you have virtual classes. They are used offline, so you don't need to have your students connected to the internet at all times. And that's great for you to avoid any connectivity issues. right? Let's remember that technology is key to the modern world. So we need to be in contact with the new technologies to be in contact with the new world. And I was missing a lot of information when I didn't know about these apps. But now that I know about them and now that I finished my research about them, I can definitely use them and integrate them in my classes to make them way better. And finally, I learned that technology is not just a tool, but a bridge. I can use it as a bridge to connect education to innovation, making learning accessible, engaging, and future ready. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you learned as much as I did. You have a great day.